Welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. I'm Earl Shamblin, your host for today's game between the 1980 Expos and the 1980 Phillies. Steve Rogers and on the mound for the Expos and Steve Carlton on the mound for the Phillies. This is the actual opening day game from 1980. The Phillies won the game 6-3. And I happened to notice that the game took 2 hours and 7 minutes. Thought that was a little interesting. You look at games today and they take at least 3.5 hours. That's pretty normal. It's about 3.5. And a lot of the games on that opening day, 1980, were right around 2 hours. And this is also a National League game, obviously. And so you're going to have some more pinch hitting. You're going to have probably more pitching changes. Stuff like that. So for it to be a 2-hour game back then, I mean, it's pretty quick. Everybody's back at home and in bed by 10 o'clock. But today's games, you got guys, they have to step out. Even if they didn't swing the bat, they have to step out, readjust their gloves and their helmet, whatever. I think if you didn't swing at the ball, if you didn't swing, you should not have to. You shouldn't be able to readjust your gloves and step out and blah, 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 all that stuff. That's just kind of my thoughts on that. But we're ready to get this game going. So 1980, and actually it's Steve Carlton's going to be on the mound first because the Expos are up. You can see the lineups. I don't need to be redundant and read them off. So we're on the floor, the left fielder. Leading off for the Expos. Here we go, 1-6. Versus the right-hander is going to be blank. So 4-2 is a single to center for Ron LaFleur. He's got a high attempt here at a stolen base, so you take the -1 here and put it on that. It's a minus, so it drops to a 14. So 1-14. And he will attempt to steal. And we get an 11. So he's going to attempt to steal. He's a 17. -1 makes him a 16. And Bob Boone is a 0. So it's a 16. I just need to roll that die. It's a 5, so he's safe. Booney has a 0 for an arm. So stolen base. Single stolen base for LaFleur. 6-6 off Carlton's going to be a plus, K plus. So 15, and he will strike out Rodney Scott. Make sure there's no wild pitch. He's not going to steal. 6-3, K plus. And versus the lefty, he's going to be a 15, and it's a 7, so struck him out. Dawson goes down swinging. Brings up Ellis Valentine. And I need to roll this first. So we get a 3. No wild pitch, or no pickoff. That's what we're looking for. 4-3. K chance versus the lefties, a 1-15. It's a 1, so Carlton bears down a little bit. He gives up that leadoff single stolen base, and he nothing after that. Zippo. So P. Rose leading off for the Phillies. 4-2 off Rogers is going to be a range play. 2-3, single to left. Could be taken away though. Left fielder is LaFleur. He's got a 3. That's a 2, so he will take the single away. Double check that. Successful range. On a, let's see. Where is it? Yeah, to fly to left instead. Fly to left. 4-2. 4-2 again, the range play. 3-1. It's a ground ball to first. Is it going to get through? That's the question. Cromartie is a 5. It does not. So 2 away. 3-5. 3-5 is a K chance. Versus the righties 1-6. It's a 7. We've got no modifiers here on Veterans Stadium. So 5-3. Star line 1 is going to be a grounder to second. So top of the second, here's Larry Parrish, 4-6, off Carlton. His walk chance is a 13 versus lefties. It's a 6. So Parrish draws the leadoff walk. Attempt is going to be a 1 because you're going to subtract that 1 there. So, and his bunting is a 1, so no action going on here. 2-4. K chance versus lefty, 6. It's a 19. No strikeout. 5-5. Fly to left. And no, we're not going to hit and run. There's no pickoff. That's what we're looking for. 3-3. 3-3 is a K plus. Actually, we could have hit and run, but K plus versus lefties. So it's an 18. It's an 8. Struck him out. Chris Spire, 3-2. Range play, ballpark range play. 4-1. Blank. So that means we go to the rare play with men on base. 3-5. 3-5 is grounded to first. That space is empty. If runner on second, single to center. Runner's on first. Okay, if runner on second, single to center with runner attempting to score on close play. If higher, runner out, blah, blah, otherwise safe. Check for injuries to runner and catcher. Well, there's nobody on second. So we will just omit that and roll again. 2-4. Range play, ballpark 2-4. Grounder to second. Second baseman is Trio. He'll make that play. So I leave one stranded. Bottom of the second, Mike Schmidt facing Mr. Rogers. 1-1 is a range play. He's got a few of those. 4-4, grounder to the pitcher. Rogers is a 2. It's a 3. So he's not going to get there. It's going to be a single. Single up the middle for Mike Schmidt. What's his attempt? A 2. And it will stay a 2 because he's a 0. So Luzinski, a 2-5. Hair on a throw. 3-6. Fly to the left. There's not going to be any throw on that one. So Bob Boone, 2-4. K chance, 5-12. No strikeouts, 6-5. Single pass first versus a right-hander. So single pass first. Schmidt's a 2 on the base running. And a 2 through 6 will go to third. First and third now. Larry Boas, 6'4". is a ballpark. 5-3. Home run, possible home run to... So possible home run to center field. Let's roll it against his home run rate versus a right-hander. It's a 1-3. Wow, it is a 3. 1-3, and he got it. Squeaks one out of here. He hit 2 home runs on the year, and he hits one here on opening day. Larry Boa. 3-run shot. Probably not a shot, but a squeaker. So that brings up Manny Trio, another range play. 6-4, fly to center. Center fielder's Dawson. And he'll get there. So 2 away, here's Carlton. 6-1, star line. Star line what? 5. Grounder to third. 3-run home run by Larry Boa. The off season was good to Larry Boa. Ate his Wheaties. Worked out. So Steve Rogers leading off now for the Expos. Down 3-0. 4-5. 4-5 is a blank versus righties. 2-4. Grounder to first. Ron LaFleur, 6-3. K plus, that's going to make it a 20. So he'll strike out. 2-2. K chance versus lefties is a 5, so no strikeout. 2-6. Grounder to first. So nothing for the Expos in the third. Bottom of 3. Pete Rose. Top of the order. 5-5. Versus he's going to be batting left as a K chance. So 4, and it's a 5, so he doesn't strike out. 4-3. Star line 5 is going to be grounder to third. McBride, 4-6. K chance. 8. It's a 3. Struck him out. So Gary Maddox, 3-5. K chance. Versus a righty's a 6. It's an 11. No strikeout. 3-5. Grounder to second though. Nice 3 up, 3 down inning for the Expos there, and Steve Rogers. Top of the 4th, Andre Dawson, 2-4. K chance versus lefties, a 5, it's a 9, so no strikeout. 3-1, double to left. Double for Dawson. It's a way to lead off. No pickoff. 6-5. Versus righties is blank. 4-6. Liner to third. Now we could have a double play here. So it's a line drive to third. We need a 2. We need to roll a 2. And we don't, so no. Doesn't get doubled off. Alright, so it brings up Parrish. 2-2. K chance versus lefties is a 13. It's a 12. Strikes him out. 2 away. Gary Carter, 6-2. K Chance versus lefties, a 6. Strikes him out. It's a 3. Carlton getting a few Ks racked up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strikeouts. Bottom of the 4th, Mike Schmidt, 4-4. Blank. Rogers, so 2-1. Single past third. And Schmidt is 2 for 2. No bunt, no hit and run. Here's Luzinski, 5-5. Walk chance versus righties. And he is a right-hander. So 21, he will walk. We have first and second, nobody out. 2-6. Blank versus right-handers. 5-4. Question mark to center field. So come up here to question mark versus right-handed pitcher. We get a 4. So 1-7 is a single. Single to center. Schmidt's a 2 on second. Single to center, so that makes him a 4. Because you add 2. So it's a 5. He will not advance. Because he would be a 4. Roll needs to be less than or equal to advance. So he's going to go to third and hold everybody up. Bases loaded, nobody out though. For Larry Boa, homered his last time up, 2-2. Versus a lefties, a star line. They're playing in actually. 1. So grounder to second. Grounder second with the infield in. It's going to be a infield in double play chance only. Go home to first. Well, she can only go home to first. Okay. -2 to the base runner rate of runner on second. Okay, so they've got Schmidt at home because he's a 2. And you subtract 2 with the infield in, so he's a 0. So obviously he's automatically out, basically. If I roll a D6, it's going to be higher than 0. Now do we get Boa at first? His ground ball double play is a -1. His is a 2, so that drops it to a 1. There's no pivot man in this case, so it needs to be a 1 to get him. And they don't get him, but it's going to be a 4-2 there, and everybody's going to move up. Boa reaches on fielder's choice when we have 1 away. Manny Trio. We get a 4-5. 4-5 versus the righties, blank. 2-2. It is a grounder to second, so we got the same situation, but they're playing back now with 1 out. So it's a grounder to second. So possible double play is a 2, a 1, so -1 is a 1. And shortstop pivot is a 0. Spire is a 0. That's his pivot number. So it's a 1. Again, it has to be a 1 for the double play. And it's a 5, so no double play. And the runner at first is Boa. He's a 3. So it's 5's higher than the 3, so he's going to be out at second. But they don't turn the double play. And a run scores. So first and third now with 2 outs. And Carlton the batter. 4-2 range play. 5-5. Question mark to left. It's an 8. So 1-13 is a single. Single left field for Carlton. But the left fielder is LaFleur. He's a 3. And it's a 2, so he makes the catch. He takes the single away. It's a fly to left. They get 1. And it's now 4-0 Phillies. Again, they won this 6-3 in real life. Cromartie 4-1. K chance. 8. It's 14. No strikeout. 1-2. Grounder to second. Chris Spire to 3-4. 3-4 home run check or question mark. And he's a right-handed batter, 1-15. So it's an 8. So we go to the batter card, and he cannot hit a home run. So it's a 0. Versus lefties, 5-4. Question mark 9 to right field. 1-8 is going to be a single versus left-handers, and it's a 4. So single for Spire. And it's going to bring up a pinch hitter. Timeout. So Jerry White is on to pinch hit. Get a 6 there, so nothing going on. No pickoff. 3-4. 3-4 has a possible home run. And Jerry White's a switch hitter, so he'll be batting right. 1-15 versus righties. So that's good. We'll come down to here to his home runs versus the lefties is a 1-14. And it's a 10. So Jerry White has done it. A pinch hit home run. Gives the Expos a couple runs. And they're on the board. It's 4-2 now. Bases clear. 1 away. Ron LaFleur. 4-1's a K chance. 1-10. No strikeout. 3-1. Double to left. So double for LaFleur. No pickoff. Rodney Scott, 3-1. Walk chance. 10 versus lefties. It's a 15. No walk. 4-5. 4-5 is a grounder to second. That moves the runner over. We have 2 away and LaFleur at third. Andre Dawson, a 1-6. Blank versus righties. 4-5. Lines it out to short. Couple runs, though, on the pinch hit home run by Jerry White. They're going to go to the bullpen. Let's take a timeout. So, kind of a short outing for Rogers. He only goes 4 innings, but his pitch count was up there. So, they decided to pinch hit, and now they're going to the bullpen. It's going to be Fred Norman. He's a lefty. Facing Pete Rose. The switch hitter, 3-4. 3-4 is a K chance versus a lefty is 1-3. It's a 15. 6-2, single to center for Pete Rose. His attempt is a 2. And that's going to make him a 0, actually. So, no hit and run because that'd be a 1 or 2. So, 2-4. versus lefties, single up the middle. Bake McBride is a left-hander, so single up the middle. And Rose is a 3. Need to be a 4 to 6 to go to third. So first and second. And Maddox, no pickoff attempt with nobody out. Rose isn't going to steal third. So Gary Maddox, 5-2 versus righties blank. 1-3, Starline 6, fly to left. No advancement. No pickoff. Mike Schmidt, 6-1. Range play ballpark. 3-6. Home run to his pull field. Possible. Lefty. Or to left field because he's a right-hander. So we go to his home run chance, and he's going to hit a home run because he's got 0 to 20. So I can roll that for 100 years and not get more than a 20. So another home run for the Phillies. 3-run shot again. Mike Schmidt, 3 for 3, 2 singles, a triple, or 2 singles, a home run, and 3 RBIs. So base is clear. See if Fred Norman can get somebody out here. 6-5, hit by pitch chance. He's a +10. His is 20, so he's going to hit Luzinski. That may be all. That's going to be all for Norman. Timeout. So Stan Bonson's going to come on. He's a right-hander. Base is clear. Bob, no, they're not clear. Luzinski's at first. Booney the batter. 3-6. Range play ballpark. 6-6 is a question mark to right field. It's a 6. So a single. Single to right field. And Luzinski's a 1, so he will become a 3. He'll become a 3. Valentine is a -2 arm. That makes him a 1. So he will not advance to third. So 1 out, first and second now. Larry Boa. 6-2 versus a lefty, in this case, is blank. 1-2. Starline 4 is a fly to left. Manny Trio 1-4, blank. 5-2, fly to center. So Stan Bonson finally shuts the door. 7-2, the score. Steve Carlton back out. Here's Ellis Valentine. 2-1, K Chance. 1-15 versus lefties, struck him out. Larry Parrish, 4-3. K Chance, 1-13. It's a 19 though. 1-5, fly to left. 2 away. Gary Carter, 1-3. Versus righties, a walk plus. So that'll be a walk. That makes that a 21. Carter's at first with 2 outs. Warren Cromartie 6-4. K Chance is an 8. Doesn't strike him out. 3-5. Fly to center. Bottom of the 6th. And Steve Carlton due to lead off here. 1-1. Error on a throw. 4-5. Grounder to second. Rodney Scott, he's a 5. It's a 10, so not in 1 to 5 range. So he'll make the play. Pete Rose, 2-5. Range play. 6-6. Double to center. Maybe. Dawson is there, a 4. He may get there on the run, and he does not. He does not, so it's a double for Pete Rose. Brings up Bake McBride. 6-5 is walk chance versus righties is a 5. It's a 13. 5-1 to grounder to second. I'll move Rose to third. No pickoff. 2 outs. Rose at third. Maddox 5-3. 5-3 is a K chance versus righties is a 6. 4-6. Single to past third. Single past third. So that scores Rose. And we have a pickoff attempt here, 20. A roll of 20, but Stan Bonson doesn't have a pickoff or pickoff error or anything. It'll be right there. Since he does not have any of those, we go ahead and go to the pitch. Go to the pitcher's card. 2-1 is the double question marks versus a right-hander. 1 to 13. It's a 20, so no star line. 4-6 versus a righty. He's going to be a fly to left. That ends the inning. Get a run. Do the Phillies. Go to the 7th inning. We have Chris Spire leading off. 1-6. Blank versus right-handers. 4-2. Question mark to center. And a 1 to 8. Yeah, it's 11 though, so it's going to be a fly out to center. It's out of the range there versus lefties. And we have the pitcher spot. Due up. Timeout. Tony Bernazard will bat. Pitcher spot here, 3-3. 3-3 is a switch hitter, so he's batting right. It's blank. 1-1, he pops it up. Pops up to short. So 2 away. Back to the top. Ron LaFleur, 4-4. K chance, and it's going to be a strikeout. It's a 1 on the D20. So new pitcher time for the Expos. Timeout. Elias Sosa will be on for the Expos here. Bottom of the 7th. It's Greg Luzinski. 2-2. K chance is a 16. It's an 18 though. So he escapes there. 3-2. Fly to center. Bob Boone, 3-1s, blank. 2-1, liner to third. Boa, 1-4, K chance. And is a 1 to 5, so it's a 6. So escapes there. 4-5, liner to second. So 8th inning, And let's see, Carlton has gone 28 batters. Right? 27, 28. He can go 32 before he starts getting tired. So Rodney Scott leading off here, 8th inning, 2-5. Hit by pitch, possibility. He's a -5. Wow, it was a 1, but it's going to drop him below 1. No hit by pitch. 3-5. Timeout for a second. So 3-5 is versus the left. He's a fly. It's just fly to right for Rodney Scott. Andre Dawson, 6'4". K chance, 5. It's 4. Struck him out. And Ellis Valentine, 5'6". Possible wild pitch. It's a 19, so no wild pitch. 4-1 is going to be a K chance. 1-15 struck him out. That's going to be all for Mr. Carlton, probably. Alright, so bottom of the 8th inning. Sosa back out on the hill. Let's see, Manny Trio. 4-1 is ballpark. 1-5. Grounder to first. That's going to bring up the pitcher spot. They'll go to the bench. Timeout. Greg Gross will pinch hit. The lefty, 6'1". Range play, ballpark range play. 2-5. Triple to right field. Triple to right, maybe. Right field. Valentine is a 2. Needs to be a 2 or less. Yeah, he's not going to get there. It's going to be a triple for Greg Gross. Nice little pinch hit job there. So Pete Rose with the man on third, 1 out. 4-6. 4-6 walk chance. 10-16, no walk. 2-3. Single to the left. Single to the left. Pete Rose. RBI single. So Beck McBride, 3-2, K chance. And it's going to be a strikeout. It's a 1 on the D20. So 2 away. I don't even know why I'm rolling. Well, he can. He does have possible pickoff balk chance. So here's Maddox, 1-5 versus righties blank. And a 1-5. Grounder to first. So we go to the 9th inning, and the Phillies will bring in a new pitcher. Timeout. So Carlton goes 8 innings, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 11 Ks. Guy's lying down there. And it's going to be Ron Reed's going to come on, pitch the ninth. It's not a safe situation. Phillies up 8-2 here. Larry Parrish, 2-2. Ballpark range, 2-1. 2-1 star line 4. So grounded to first. First baseman's Rose, and he's a 1. He's not going to get there. It's going to be a single pass first. Actually, it may be a double. Maybe, is that right? No. Actually, yeah, on a G3, you do roll for a single or a double, because it could go down the line on a 5, so 5 or 6, but it's going to be a single. Don't need to roll the D20, except for maybe a pickoff, and we do have possible pickoff, but Ron Reed doesn't have anything there, so 4-2, ballpark, 3-3, single to center, Parrish is a 3, and he will, it's going to make him a 2. It's going to make him a 2, and the center fielder is Maddox with a 0, so it's a 5, so it's not, he'll only go to second. So first and second, with nobody out, here's Warren Cromartie, 2-5. Error on a grounder, 5-1. And it is a ground ball to short. But that's Larry Boa, he's a 6, it's a 10, so no error. Check the double play, 0 there. 3 here. Second base is the pivot man. And nothing there, so 3. We need a, and it is going to be a double play. 2 is less than 3. So it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Parrish to third. Here's Spire, 5-6. Walk chance versus a righty. 1-12, it's a 7, so he walks. First and third is going to bring up the pitcher spot. Timeout. Roland Office on to pinch hit, the left-hander. 2 outs. First and third. You get a 5-1. 5-1 versus a lefty's blank. 1-5. Single through short. Single through short for Roland Office. Scores a run. And let's see, does Spire go to third? He does not. First and second with 2 outs now, Ron LaFleur. 3-4 is blank versus righties. 2-2. Uh-oh. Oh, versus a right-hander. It's going to be fly to right. Fly to right field. Versus lefty would have been a double. No such luck. It's a fly to right. They get 1. Not enough, though. 8-3. Final. Actual final is 6-3 Phillies. So not far off from the actual game. Rogers, short outing. He just joined us. Short outing for Rogers, 4 innings. Gave up, let's see, a 3-run homer to Boa. And then an additional run there. Walk came back to hurt him there on Luzinski. 4 runs for Rogers. And then another 3-run shot out here for Schmidt in the 5th, bottom of the 5th. So Phillies win opening day 1980 as they did in real life. They win it here 8-3. Thank you guys for joining me, supporting the channel. Hit that like button if you like the videos. Hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button also. And there's a little bell there. If you click on that, you'll get notified anytime we have videos. So thank you guys for joining me today. I am going to get out of here for now. Until next time, take care and God bless.